Welcome back to another episode of Road to William. Today we are doing a movie review on a great film that I highly recommend. Now, let me know in the comments if you've heard of Bruiser. Hold on, I'm getting my notes. Here we go. Before we begin, I want to shout out to the new subscribers, new people to the channel, new supporters. I appreciate y'all um, coming with me on my journey and hope y'all stick around and watch this channel grow, watch me grow. Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, my shit right here. So that's my shit right here. Let me know if you're new here in the comments, or let me know if you've been a day one. Like, no, I've been here before. So, I talk low. Okay, so this movie is directed by Miles Warren, and it was his feature debut film, and that's a pretty big deal. And people gave him, the critics gave him a lot of like slack. It was a lot of reviews on how it was very slow burning, and we're gonna tap into those, but first let's begin with the story. If you haven't seen this film, I'm gonna have it on the movie screen if you've seen it in the comments. So I'm gonna just do a quick review on it, and then you kind of let me know if you'd still be down to watch it after this. But it was like one of them days off, and it's like, okay, I do want to watch a film, but like, what film do I want? I want to watch something good. And as much as I love doing throwbacks, sometimes I don't seem to throwback so much, I'm over it, right? So I'm in this state of like, I need something new. I need something like a brand new film I've never seen before. And so I fell upon this, forgot where it's, I'll put it where I found it. I really don't remember where I found this. It's either between like Hulu, Freevee, and Pluto because those are, or Tubi. It's like between them because I don't. Those are all my apps I watch stuff on. Trevante Rhodes is in it. Y'all remember him from Moonlight? I did a review on Moonlight. If you haven't seen that review, go let me. Go check that out. Jalen Hall. Y'all remember him from Homecoming, which be on the lookout for that because I really do not Homecoming All American, but I feel like was he? No, he was an All American. My bad. Jalen Hall. He played the little brother of Spencer. So he's the main character in the film. Did a really great job. Played his sister, if I'm not mistaken. Shamir Anderson played Malcolm, which was the stepfather. So I'll go over it. But I'm just saying who was in the film. Chanel Zora. She played the mother. We'll get into it. So Bruiser is about it's like a coming of age story in modern time, right? He has one of his besties who he thinks he likes, but it's kind of one of those like, you don't like them. Like, you know what I mean? He's kind of just experiencing life. And it's like, oh, I like you. Maybe we could be. And she's like, no, like, you know what I mean? So just learning what friendships mean, building friendships, kind of learning who you are. So Jalen Hall played a character, Darius. He's trying to find his way in life. Like I said, he was trying to, he's in the age range of like, okay, maybe you're starting to notice if you like somebody, you know what I mean? And he's trying to understand that. He's trying to understand himself. And I noticed that in the film, his stepfather, Malcolm, he kind of gave stepfather off rip. I'm like, he's not really treating him like that's his son, you know what I mean? Or you don't really know how to be a father and it's awkward or something. But it definitely gave stepfather off rip because he would, I don't know. If you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the way he spoke to him and addressed him. It wasn't until a little bit halfway through the film you kind of realize, oh, like that isn't his son. That's why it's this like awkward, strained relationship because he doesn't know how to be a father to a son he kind of like resents a little because what happens is Darius, it's like one of the I think it was around the summer, maybe. Or maybe it was around school. I don't know. But it was they had a lot of free time. That's why I'm thinking it's like a summer vacay or whatever for them. Darius is kind of like over the people he's around. He's done. They're kind of immature. They're just sitting around fighting. Oh, that's actually a good point. I didn't even think about it until now, but there's a important part of it where he gets into a fight with one of the group of people he's around. I wouldn't call him his friend, but sometimes it's like one of those like if you're around somebody, then they might not really be your friend, but they friend, and we all around. It was one of those. So he's kind of just around whoever he could be around, and he realizes like I don't like y'all. Like I only like this girl right here. I don't really like y'all over there. Like, y'all are mean. You're always fighting. You want to fight and all that. So he wasn't really into like fighting and wrestling and all that. He's like, I don't really want to do that. Like he runs into Porter, played by Trevante Rose. And Porter is kind of just off doing his own thing, kind of, they would call him free spirited. And he's just chilling near the water. And he's not aware, they're not aware of who they are to each other yet. But they start developing this, like, it seems like more of like a big brother, little brother relationship. But it turns out that's really his long lost father that walked out on him when he was a baby. That kind of stressed me because there was no real reason why he left other than like he wasn't ready to like really be a father or whatever. But it was unclear only because, and y'all let me know in the comments if you've seen this, but sometimes, like in this film, it's like Monica, who played Darius's mother, she kind of admits, like, yeah, this is your son, or it was more like a toss up, like it could be your son, could not. Technically, it is your son, but you walked out, so now like Monica and Malcolm's son now, and so that's where this like butting heads of Porter and Malcolm come into play because Malcolm's like, come in here trying to, take over because you weren't even here. You don't really know him. So I think they did a really good job of portraying like real life emotions, real life uh, situations that happen more often than not. The in between of who could it be gave me like the fight between each other. It hinted to me toward different things, like kind of gave like the Twilight aspect of, who wants Bella, who deserves Bella. And, it also reminded me of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, of like different ways of raising your kids. And that way was through, finances, but in this way it was through kind of, they said it like manhood, like building your manhood or whatnot. But I think it's just this did a great job of. There's this part of the film where Porter and Malcolm get into this big tussle. Darius is just looking at them, and they're fighting off into the distance. It's nighttime. Great shots, great cinematography. Like, you see them kind of fade into the darkness, fighting each other. Over at first, it's like they're getting their points across, but like even them saying how they feel is riling them up even more to want to fight again. And so it gave like never ending cycle or generational cycles of things that might not even matter. And it kind of gave Darius was kind of at first it was like, okay, like you guys are angry, but we're all here together. But that still wasn't enough because it didn't at that point, once certain things were resolved with like Darius and the mother Monica, they were like, okay, we have our own issues we're still fighting about. And that did a good job of saying what that was. But the reviews I was seeing for this film, people kept saying like, oh, it didn't get good until the end because that's when the big fight happened. I think it's some of that stuff is rooted in racism and like stereotypes of how they feel black people should, I think it was a different way they told a story for black people, not necessarily like the characters, but more so the story itself was very surreal, very relatable. You weren't really thinking about the things they think we only struggle in or is known to struggle for Black people. Like nobody was living in poverty or anything. You know, it's kind of like these issues is the main issue I need to focus on in my life. But that I like how Darius kind of like walked away from them fighting because he was like, "Oh, this has nothing to do with me." But it's nice that now I got two dads in my life. This is a good film of like how do you want to raise your children because that's one of the big things that Malcolm disliked the Porter and vice versa. Of like when you raise a kid, what are you teaching them? What are the important skills to teach them? Yeah, that was a good film. I think this was a really good balance. People said it was slow burning, but it's not like an action film. I thought it was greatly paced. I stayed engaged the whole time. Like I didn't want to miss certain parts. It was that good. So for people saying it was slow, you probably just weren't enjoying the movie in general. But I think Miles Warren, the director, did a great job and they said certain parts of this was based on his own story, personal story, which I think that I kind of felt while watching it because it was like I said, it was very relatable. Yeah, y'all, go check it out. Keep looking at Miles Warren's work and everyone's work that was in the film. Everybody did a great job. Acting was on point. Script was amazing. Delivery was amazing. Definitely recommend this film. For more reviews, subscribe if you've done that already. Share this video on all the platforms y'all are on. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for the support and the love. Again, thanks for the new subscribers. I'm going to be going live today, so check out my live stream and comment too. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just be liking it and then don't say nothing. Like, bro, hello, what? Who is that? Like, it's a little scary. No, but no. Happy Valentine's Day weekend month. Happy Black History Month. More videos on the way. If you got any ideas you want me to, or if you got any topics you want me to go over, just let me know. However, you usually contact me, hit me. And